Hey guys, welcome back. And we kind of need to address whatever the hell is going on in the box office right here. I want to say the box office, but I think it's primarily Disney and or Warner Brothers that we really need to focus on, because they're the ones that seem to be like churning out the highest budget films, and these movies are just getting destroyed. They are just falling apart. They are not meeting expectations. They are underperforming massively, and I think it's something that needs to be addressed. So, a little catch up here from Deadline. And I love how they try to spin this to sound like it's a positive. Elemental shows sparks overseas. The Flash crosses 200 million worldwide. Little Mermaid nears 500 million. These are all bad numbers. If we're being like blatantly like as blunt as possible, these are massive underperformances by all of these films. These are all films that are looking like they're not going to make money. They're going to lose money. Okay, this is important to consider. These films are going to be flops, okay? Just like how Ant-Man and the Wasp and pretty much every other Marvel movie has been a flop. They've been over budget, late. They haven't had any, media interest. They haven't had any fan interest. People are just kind of over all these movies. And these budgets are insane. You're looking at $300 million for some of these movies, and they are not going to make that necessary double to even break even. And if you look at like across the board for Disney with all the flops that they've had lately, Disney is reported to be, nearing $900 million for all their like last 8 films over the last 2 years in losses. $900 million in losses. So this one here from Blaze Media says the Walt Disney Company lost nearly $900 million on recent movies, according to Hollywood Analysis. The Walt Disney Company suffered losses nearing $900 million on its last 8 studio releases, according to Valiant Renegade on YouTube. Disney struggled with staggering losses despite numerous notable movie releases. The financial losses of nearly $1 billion were encountered during the release of the following movies: Lightyear, Thor: Love and Thunder, Strange World, oh god, that movie, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, The Little Mermaid, and Elemental. Now I think it's worth pointing out, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 might be an exception. The rest of these movies all featured feminism, LGBTQ propaganda, definitely more of a Marxist, communist attitude, socialist with like Ant-Man, and race swapping, and again the non-binary, gender breaking, gender non-conforming kind of crap, and that is something that people are getting sick and tired of. So it says, according to Valiant Renegade, the 8 movies cost $2.75 billion, but only brought in $1.86 billion for Disney, totaling a loss of $890 million. Strange World lost $197 million, and Lightyear lost $106, according to Deadline. Crazy amounts of money. And the craziest part is that despite the fact that they can see the writing on the wall, they can see what's causing this, they know the reason people are getting so fed up with this. I mean, look, Mario made $1.3 billion in theaters. Clearly, it broke even and then made double its money, at least. And it didn't push any agenda, didn't have anything in there controversial, anything that would cause traditional families to not want to take their kids to see that movie. But Disney continues to ignore this fact because they are agenda driven and they don't care what the fans or the audiences want. They want to push the message. And that's why I feel like movies like Indiana Jones 5 are going to be a disaster. There's plenty of the reviews that have come out from critics from Cannes Film Festival. They know it's going to be bad. The movie has been a god-awful mess when it comes to reshoots, the amount of money this movie has costed, having to rewrite the script, all the rumors swirling around about how Phoebe Waller-Bridge is going to take Indy's place, and now they have basically Kathleen Kennedy and Phoebe Waller-Bridge confirming that there's at least attempt or in the back of their mind to push her to the forefront in the future. And this movie is going to be the thing that could be the death nail, the final nail in Kathleen Kennedy's coffin. Because this movie, for all of the amount of money Disney has spent for Lucasfilm, for Star Wars, and for Indiana Jones, and buying, Marvel, this one might be the one that breaks the camel's back. And now the funniest part is you see sites like this, as of today, trying to put a positive spin on a movie that you know is going to be a massive flop. A movie that they've been predicting is going to maybe have a $60 to $70 million domestic opening. Now they're like, oh, it's ready to whip up a $140 million global opening. It's possible. It's very possible. I love how they leave out the fact that it's only a $60 to $65 million domestic. But, you can focus on this bigger number and say, see, it's going to have a big opening weekend. What's the second weekend going to bring? What's the third weekend going to bring? It's going to be one of these films, and this is coming out in a couple days here. 4th of July weekend is going to be the weekend for this movie. And I, honest to God, don't even think it's going to hit 140, because the word of mouth is already bad. This movie is already, it's got a lot of bad press. It's got a lot of people coming out, saying this is not any movie that should have ever happened. You see reviews like this from Inverse saying, the Dial of Destiny is good, actually. This is the first time I've seen a positive review, okay? Everything else you see for this movie is that he's old, they waited too long, it's a disservice to him, he's sad, he's grumpy, he's miserable. And I don't think that any amount of positive spin from the shills and the legacy media are going to make this movie have any success. I think, if anything, it's hurting the film. Anytime you see someone in the media say, oh, it's going to be great, just go see it. Let me know what you guys think, though. I am not watching this movie. I'm going to unfortunately watch part of the new season of The Witcher if I can get through it, just because I want to talk about it. And the wife wants to watch Stranger Things anyways, so we're going to have Netflix for a month. But let me know what you're going to... Are you guys going to see this movie? Are you going to just skip it? What are your thoughts? Share them down below, and we will see you on the next one.